People come to me so often, if I can be personal for a moment, and say, we're praying for you. A lady stopped me out in the hallway and said, praying for you. We're praying that you don't fall into some sin, as so many have and disappointed us so greatly. And people will ask me, how do you live your life to prevent that? To whom are you accountable? I'm so often asked. Do you have an accountability group? Let me tell you something. I have a group of elders that surround me. Among those elders and pastors are some very precious friends who spend a lot of time with me day in and day out, and they are exposed to everything there is to see about me and know about me. And I'm a fairly transparent person, and they're there, and I want them to tell me whenever I've overstepped a line that would bring dishonor to the Lord. Even tighter than that, I have 4 children that love Christ and walk with Christ. And 3 of them are married, the 3 older ones, and my youngest daughter's not yet married. The 3 oldest ones and their spouses have these immense and probably unrealistic expectations of me. My son, who lives in Chicago, called me a few months ago, and he said, Dad, I've just been thinking about you and praying about you, and I called to tell you don't mess up. This is my son. This is what I told him. He says, Dad, do you know what you would do to me and the other kids if you ever messed up your life, did something immoral? And I said, well, Mark, I said, I thank you for your prayers and your concern. It means everything to me. And then I have 11 little grandchildren, from 11 down. They expect their papa to live the way God tells us to live. And I look into their little faces, and I read them Bible stories, and I pray with them as Patricia and I gather with them so often around our kitchen table and look into their shining faces. And I'll tell you something, I couldn't find it in me to do anything that would destroy their trust in Christ. It would kill me. But the most intimate point of accountability, humanly speaking, that I have is my beloved treasure, Patricia, and she's right here in the second row. Most of you don't know her. You should, honey. You need to let them see how God blessed me, please. Now, this lady expects me to live everything I preach all the time. It's really ridiculous, actually. I want to be Christ to her. I don't want her to be disappointed in her pastor. Can you understand that? I don't want her heart turned away from Christ. I don't want the standard lowered. That's accountability. Her expectations and my love for her are accountability.